And I did it.
I honestly think we should have that as a catchphrase. You a dumb.
You dumb. Man, you
We'll
a
get that.
dumb.
We'll get that shit on a shirt. Fuck that shit.
Man, you a dumb.
I was just saying, like, what are you, a dumb?
Kind of like my catchphrase where I keep saying, it seems fine.
Actually, I think that's already something.
Yeah, you can't steal it if it's something already, dick.
Pretty sure it's, this is fine. That's a,
Oh yeah, wasn't that like a meme or something?
it's a meme, essentially, dog
To be
drinking
fair-
coffee in a room that's on fire.
Everything's
This is
a
fine.
meme.
It's a meme. It's a gaff. It's a... Welcome, everybody, to another episode of Waffle Town. Today with me, as always, is, my name, Dan.
Pancakes!
God damn it, Bones. You fuck this up every time. My good friend Dan. My name, Dan. And, also Bones, a.k.a. Purgatory Gaming, a.k.a. Shrivelly Wang, a.k.a.
Floppy Wiener.
Floppy Wiener, a.k.a. The man, the myth,
Gift
the legend,
mankind.
a.k.a. Men's Gift to Mankind.
Not man's gift to mankind. Mankind doesn't want that. He's too busy doing mankind things like jumping off hells into cells.
Oh, you mean literally Mick Foley.
Yeah, I'm sure. I don't remember.
You know those janitorial mop buckets that have the lever action drainage squeezer?
Jesus Christ, we're
You
already
get
on
one of those for
Amazon?
about like $50.
We're already on
I get one of
Amazon?
those for about $50. That's not a bad deal.
Are we on Amazon already, Dan?
What do you mean already? When did I leave?
It literally has only been like 2-3 minutes. And
He's
you're already on
literally been there since the last podcast.
Amazon.
I've always got a tab.
You know Dan's at his computer when you have a throw-up container and a Amazon.
It's very true. So I guess we'll start off with games that we've been playing. For one, I wanted to talk to Dan about For Honor and get his take on how he feels about it.
Yeah!
I mean, you can just zone out for this one, Bones, but...
I'm already halfway
For
there.
Honor, it's a difficult game to really judge.
According to the people, when I was at GameStop... When I was at GameStop today, the whole thing that I got an issue with was that they were pretty much saying, like, hey... it's a game that you'll get over time. You might rage quit a couple times, but you'll get it. And I'm like, that seems like a bad idea to tell someone. Be like, you won't get it right away. And if my video's up by now, you've seen AJ do it, so I'll just quit right away.
It all depends on
Yeah, your
which
video's
way
not
you
up.
go with it.
Slide!
It's not up yet. It's
The thing
next
is, if you just jump into the deep end, then you're going to get fucked over and over again.
with a sword.
The best way to do it is to play the campaign, which essentially is just a gigantic tutorial. And it's actually pretty interesting. They do this story really well. It's really beautiful and cinematic, though the ending makes you just kind of scratch your head and go,
Like,
what the fuck am I
what?
doing here?
Bitch, what?
None of this made any sense.
Is it one of those games that's very hard to master?
It's easy to grasp, definitely difficult to master. There is definitely a very steep curve that if you do come again, like all games, when you come against someone who doesn't do anything else but play that game, you're gonna get shit on over and over and over again. But you do have some of those chances that you might get a lucky hit in here or there, and you might win one round with them.
Sorry. Well, that's what I was saying.
But-
Like with me, when I was playing the beta, I was getting lucky with some of the guys. The guys were like fucking me up half the time, and then there was times where I'd be able to parry them fast enough, and they'd be like, "Oh, I'm getting knocked back," and I'd be like, "Fucking you up, bro."
There is that, and there's also a somewhat rock paper scissors kind of setup to it, because certain characters are strong against others and vice versa, or some have certain weaknesses that you can exploit with others.
That's the kind of thing I like about Overwatch, where it's just like rock paper scissors.
And the Flyers within 23 seconds scored their first goal, so it's a good night so far.
Jesus Christ, Dan.
I
But
saw
going
that,
back
I
to,
was, I was like thinking in my head, like, I wonder if he has his thing muted. And he does. You gotta
I'm
give
gonna
props,
unmute it.
but he's still.
Now unmuted, so enjoy that.
No, please
Try
don't.
to do that.
I have it. I have it.
But again, going back to For Honor, it's definitely a game that you need to have a squad.
Mm-hmm.
Like Rainbow Six, That's a
Should've
game.
told
If
AJ
you don't
that.
have a squad, you're just gonna get shit on.
That's another thing I want to talk about. I'm glad that you guys really like Rainbow Six Siege because it is a fun game to play with a group of people.
Oh, it's a great game
When,
for
when
$20.
yeah, when it came out, I'm like, I think I would really enjoy this game, but like, I refused to pay $60 for just multiplayer. Like, it seemed like it was an incomplete game because I mean, there's no campaign, there's nothing other than that multiplayer, pretty much. And that's what bothered me when it came out, and then I kind of just forgot about it because like I did want it. Like that was one of the games I was looking forward to.
I think it was.
What?
Sorry, I think it was one of those games that really Ubisoft was trying to be like, this is a competitive game that we can use in esports, and it just be, you know, that.
Mm-hmm.
I like it. I really do enjoy the game.
It is a fun game, especially with other people. I mean, it's hard as shit because my reaction time just isn't as good as it used to be.
That's why I love it. Like, there's times where I'll be like, all right, I gotta watch this corner.
If you hesitate, you're dead.
Yeah, exactly. I love it.
And I do that a lot because like I'd rather get killed by hesitating than look stupid by shooting a teammate.
Yeah.
So, like, I see a head pop up and I have to like think to myself like, okay, is there a teammate over there? And then by the time I'm like, no, there was not. I'm dead.
Yeah.
I've been dead for about half an hour.
That's like the one clip where I went through, and when I did it, I like got hit immediately, and then I was like, oh, where did I get shot from? And then I saw there was another lady, there was another player right by the one guy I was about to shoot, and I just didn't see it. And since she shot me right in the head, it happened so fast. I'm like, what? What happened?
Although the coolest moments are when your reaction time is fucking on point. Like there's a couple times where I've just turned and just fired a random bullet from where like up. There's one where the guy was up in the rafters, and he shot at me, and I just turned and shot one bullet and got him somehow, and it like blew my fucking mind. I'm like, how did that just happen?
Yeah.
Like that's what makes you feel badass.
Yeah, I do love that aspect of just, and like moving as a squad is so much fun too, where it's just like, it's just
unless someone sneaks up behind us and mows us all down together, and then we look retarded.
Well, yeah, but what are the chances of that besides it being the fucking
All
chick?
the time.
The chick is the only one that can sneak up behind
We
you.
played the god. Remember that? I shot her in the fucking badge. I shot God in the badge.
I shot
After
God in the veg.
After she like swept our team two rounds in a row.
You did, I remember that.
She had like 10 kills by round 3. And then I was just sitting in the corner, I was texting, and I look up and she's sneaking around the room trying to sneak up on everyone. I was like, hey, where you going?
Whoa, hold on.
And she had enough time to turn around and shoot me to like 3 health before I popped her in the badge and killed her. So she still almost killed me, even though she had no idea I was there.
Yeah, I like when the team really gets it together. Like Sump is a really good person at like he's just on point with everything. And like the one thing I kept getting an issue with is that, and we'll talk about him in a little bit, but first off, Sump always would go with Valkyrie, and I'm like, Sump, I feel like you'd be better off with somebody else than someone who just uses cameras. Like, someone who could help maybe in a better way.
I've been expanding out a little bit. I just bought Fuse, and I can't wait to start using them.
But then, like, fucking Martin. We were doing Terrorist Hunt, just me and him the one day, and he literally just wanted to use Sledge the whole time. I'm like, dude, all you're going to be useful for is getting shot in the face by the computer, because they're going to know right away, as soon as you break down that wall, they're going to be like, oh, fuck, he's right there, and just automatically auto-aim to you. Because the computers are just auto-aimed fuckers.
It's a shame you can't take that sledgehammer and beat people with it.
That would be pretty fun.
That's true.
So you just come
Martin's
against,
actually pretty good at the game. Like, I'll admit that. He has his times where he's an idiot, but for the most part, he's pretty good. In fact, I think he's better than me.
Fingering dogs' buttholes.
Yeah, he does that a lot. But no, it's like he'll make stupid mistakes and he randomly disappears every once in a while. But when he's on, he's on. Like him and Sump, they're kind of fun to watch because like they've played the game a lot more than me, you, and Dan have. So they I don't know, they kind of know what to do and what to expect.
Just a quick side note, should I call the second Waffletown Siege video Waffletown Siege 2 Dog Fingerer?
I think Siege 2 Electric Boogaloo is better.
Siege 2,
I always use Electric Boogaloo though, Dan. I always do that whenever I
use Electric Boogaloo.
Everyone does that.
Thanks, AJ.
I was using it before him. the district beta, I named the district beta 2 Electric Boogaloo.
What's a district?
The district. Or the division. Why am I saying the
okay.
district? The division, I'm sorry.
I was like, what was that game and why was I not invited?
I want to play the district.
No, you're gonna go play Scum.
What?
That's that game that we were talking about, the open world prison.
I'm just gonna call it Waffle Town Siege 2 Dog Fingering.
I actually looked up more about that game, Dan. Apparently, you're a criminal who's just escaped prison, and now you're in the open world in an orange jumpsuit. I'm like, this sounds like Saints Row 2.
Yeah.
But with better graphics.
Well, I mean, of
That
course.
is technically the plot to Saints Row 2, wasn't it?
You escape the prisons, and then you go and take over the cities.
As I ran around, was it Stillwater, with no pants, smashing parking meters so I could get spare change.
Change.
Because I remember that very specifically when we were playing the co-op, that I would smash parking meters because that's the only way I could get money, and I had no pants.
I remember
Right.
2 was really fun. That was like when the character customization was like on fucking point. I remember I made Dr. House with the pimp cane. That was fun.
You made a bunch of them at one point, didn't you?
I did, and they were good. I was pretty proud of them. I remember
That's
Woody.
also where the Hit Squad started, isn't it?
That is where the Hit Squad started. Hitler and Hitman.
Hitler and Hitman.
That's where I was Woody at one point from Toy Story. I was the Joker. The Joker was really good.
You're
I was Pee Wee Herman.
Yeah.
That was my favorite. Go kill the Ronin.
Go kill the Ronin. Okay!
You said the magic word! Kill!
Ah!
No, help me back!
Ah!
Sean, you're gross. Don't sit in cherry, Shawnee. Go take a shower.
Go take a shower.
Eventually, Pee Wee Herman just turns into Kermit the Frog.
Yeah. I said that today.
What's one was a Velma? I think that was Saints Row 3. With the big floppy boobs.
Big floppy boobs.
Jenkins.
So you don't get sued, Jenkins?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, with
Like white noise.
with Siege, I think Martin just got annoying the one time in the one video with his friend. That was the only issue I had.
Yeah, like I said before, Martin is really cool, but some of his friends are...
Well, that was him, but that's what I'm saying, though. The first, that's when you guys were trying to correct me, and you're like, oh, no, Martin's fine. I'm like, no, but what I'm saying is, Martin killed his friend first, and then the guy killed him back, and then Martin was like, oh, I'm going to kill you again, and then they got kicked out. And I was like, listen, Martin, he made it equal. It's equal now. Don't shoot him again, and he did it anyway.
True.
That's what I got pissed off at. I was like, it wouldn't have happened if you didn't kill him again.
True.
You know, on Amazon they sell lawnmowers and they look like Hot Wheels cars.
What? Buy 3 of them for when we buy a house. We need spares. Kind of like in Resident Evil, because did you notice in that when you were playing that there's
Full of lawnmowers.
There's 6 or 7 lawnmowers.
Every brand of riding lawnmower you can think of is there.
And half of them were under the house. Wait,
So,
I was a little east.
Did you ever see any grass under that house?
I didn't. You're right. I did like in that. I found a little Easter egg to it. It was from Jack. He was like writing a note to himself, and he's like, "Where are all my lawnmowers?"
Yeah, I saw there's a video on that. Some guy did a video about that where he's just like saying
Did
how yeah. He was like, he was trying to make fun of the whole 10 things you didn't know about Resident Evil, but he's he came up with the stupidest shit, and one of them was the note that said, "Where are all the lawnmowers?"
Oh yeah. It was something about the lawnmowers, and I was like, that is funny because there's so many of them.
There were, or another one he said where he has the one after you finish Marguerite's fight, if you go down in the area that you have to hide from him from, originally when you have to hide from him and you have to go into the little stowaway area, if you do that after the Marguerite fight, Granny's just down there somehow, and it doesn't make any sense because she doesn't fit down there. Her head is literally hitting the ceiling, of the little under stowaway area. You know what I'm talking about?
So yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about. Like and it makes I never thought that I'd go back down there.
Yeah.
I mean, really never needed to again. In fact, I don't think I ever went to that side of the house again. I know you did because you went to go check that clock, but like,
yeah, like a dumbass.
I once I left that area, I don't think I ever came back to that area.
Just because of plot points, I knew right away. I was like, well, if I want to go check the time, I'm going to go over to the area. Because when you said it to me, I was like, I don't know. I was like, I could have just checked any. But I was like, I know for a fact that there was a goddamn huge grandfather clock right in the middle of the fucking living room. So I was like, I'm just going to go there.
I honestly, when I had to go get the clock, I didn't even think of that one. Like, I thought of the one downstairs immediately that you got the pendulum from to go put in the other clock.
Oh, yeah. Well, you know what?
I started headed toward, but then I realized as soon as I walked out, there was one right across the hallway. I'm like, oh, neat.
Also,
and then I found out there was one literally when you go out that door to the right on the bookshelf, like 2 steps away. You literally just have to like pop your head out the door and look at it.
Also, when I realized when I went to go do it, I kept getting attacked by the two moldy things. There were 2 of them.
They're called spoopies.
Okay, I kept getting
I
attacked.
call them Spook Magoot Man.
I kept getting attacked by the Spoop Magoop men, and so I didn't have any ammo, so I had to keep running around, and that was the only place I could think of where I ran past and, eventually found ammo. But then I got to the fucking
That is one thing that I was kind of proud of myself, especially since I'm an awful shot. I really never had trouble like running out of ammo. I mean, I think the closest I came.
The joke where you shot it to make a smiley face.
Well, yeah, I did do that. But once I started getting ammo, like I was able to manage my ammo really well, and especially by never using the damn pistol. I was an awful shot with that pistol.
Yeah, I think the pistol. The best part is when you can get the shotgun and the moldy guys come up to you and you just bang them right in the face. Just fucking bang them. Just fucking face bang them.
Alright, so Darren likes to bang moldy people in the face.
Yep.
And those bombs.
That's me!
That was my favorite weapon of the whole game, the little bombs you put on the ground. Which I didn't even realize that you could actually stick them to the people.
Yeah, I knew about it, but I didn't know how to do it, because I saw an achievement that said it. And
I saw the achievement, but I don't know how to do it.
I've only seen the moment once, and I didn't do it because I forgot to. Essentially, they need to beat the shit out of you.
They need to grab
knock you to the ground, and then they kind of do like a pounce thing, and they kind of start barking in your face, and then essentially it's either you can defend yourself by shooting them off, or this or that, whatever you want to do to get them off.
What I'm guessing you guys all went with the same ending, huh?
I think we all went with Mia.
I originally went with Mia as well. I went back. I have to say something because I know
I saw the different ending. And it is a sad ending.
I was gonna go through and do another ending, and then I went and watched the video to make sure I could edit it, and it got so I don't know what happened with it, but it got so fucked up that I couldn't even fucking do it. So I was like, fuck. I talked about doing alternate endings, and now I can't. I mean, I can go back and play it again. I might play it again on Madhouse and just go through and chop parts up.
I watched someone play it on Madhouse, and I was like, well, no fucking way. I'm like, I love the game. I might go back on easy and try to grab some collectibles and shit, but that Madhouse looked fucking ridiculous. Like, because I mean, in easy, like in the beginning when you're fighting Mia for the first time, 4 shots to the head on easy kills her, 10 shots kills her on normal, and they said about 22 headshots will kill her on Madhouse.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, and I'm like, no, fuck. I'm already awful with the pistol. Like, I will never survive. I'm like, so I'm already just... I'm not even going to try it. But I did see there is some differences. Like, the fact that you get, you get the keys. They're in, bird cages in the living room that you have to put coins in to get them. I'm like, that's different.
Yeah, that's weird.
Yeah, it was like, that was really weird to me. That they... that there's actual differences in...
I might go through on easy, just try to finish it on in 4 hours.
Yeah.
I mean, now that I know where I'm going, it's kind of easier.
You don't have to do any of the videotapes or any of the bullshit. You just go through. I played the... I don't know, want to ruin it. I don't know if you're going to play, but I played the Daughters yesterday.
Yeah, I saw your videos up today.
Yeah, I just put it up. And it was really cool. it's that I really did like it. There's multiple endings too, so I got to go find the other ending too.
Yeah, I saw someone playing it, but I didn't get which one was the different and which one is it. But maybe I have to go through and play it to begin
I
with.
got what is called the true ending, so I'm assuming there's a bad ending.
The thing that annoys me about that kind of stuff, though, is that it's just a prequel thing. So it's like, okay, obviously they're gonna get turned into these freaks of nature that you find as Ethan.
Still, it's like really cool to see him, and like it makes you because you play Zoe. Well, it does humanize him, so like you feel worse about it. But like it makes you.
I don't feel worse.
Well, you didn't play it yet.
No, I mean like I don't feel worse because it's already happened. Like I already took him down and I already fucking killed him or whatever.
So, and like it makes you more attached to Zoe, to the point where like I kind of wish I had played this before the actual game.
Because and it would have made that decision
it would have made that
harder.
Yes, it would have made that decision a lot harder.
Yeah, that would be perfect example
because,
of like why
I know I was like jokingly trying to decide, but I already knew I was choosing Mia.
Yeah,
when I was already deciding. But
Mia's just a better ending. Like I think that Zoe's is just
it's
like Zoe's is disappointing. As soon as she gets to the boat, it's just like
she dies.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think that was the biggest problem with it is they really didn't give you any reason to pick her.
I mean, she's cool and all. She put your hand back on, and I mean, she's cool. But like,
thanks, fam.
This is the first time you even see her fucking face. It's like you have no attachment, and that's probably what they were going for. Like they probably knew everyone was going to choose Mia, and you have to be real.
But then it takes away any gravity from the decision.
It does, but like it wanted. I think what they were going for is they wanted to make it seem like you have a decision, but in reality you didn't. Because I mean, even if you chose Zoe, Mia is going to end up at that ship.
Yeah, that's what I didn't get.
Anyway.
That's what kind of got me mad about that whole decision.
Like that decision was based off you choosing Mia, and all it did was, in that fight scene, instead of her pushing you out the door, you have to fight her and kill her.
And that was the one I was a lot better with, because I was like, "Fuck you, bitch, you're done."
You duns as hell.
You done, bitch.
But like, I don't know. Like if you'd gotten this, and it's a short little story. I mean, I completed it in 24 minutes, and my video is only like 13.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not a long, but it does give you a lot of information and makes you like it makes you see the different characters, how they were, and it makes you more interested in Zoe. If I would have played this, I would have probably still chose Mia, but you would still know all the shit that Zoe had to go through, and like it would be a harder decision. So it's good. I haven't played any of the other ones yet. I think most of them are based off of Clancy again. Boy, that Clancy keeps taking L's. I'll tell you.
That Clancy
Poor guy.
You think he would have got out with all the intelligent shit he was doing, but no. He's just like, nope. I'm just gonna be fucked with. So I'm just gonna keep fucking shit up.
There's this one guy on YouTube that I've been watching. He's like V-clipping in the game, so he's watching the cutscenes from different angles and shit, and it's pretty cool. First off, our player characters, they don't have heads. It's really weird. Like he backs the camera.
Well, that's pretty common that the camera position doesn't render because there's that slight chance that if they move too quickly, the engine might push your head in front of your face.
Yeah.
And then you see the inside of your eyeballs and you get super weird.
Yeah, but it's really weird though because of the fact that like he almost made a couple scenes like they're third person even though there's no head. And they have like all the animations to the point where like it almost looked like it could have been third person if they wanted to. Like
it probably was at a stage a third person, and then they decided this would be scary as a first person. And
it was. I'm really glad they went with the first person. I hope they stick with it. Because I mean, third person, it's interesting, but it takes a lot out of like in our Resident Evil 6. I mean, like those jump scares, half the time my own head's blocking it, and I didn't see what happened.
Mm-hmm.
Like that, I remember in that first video I posted, like that girl popped out and I didn't even see her. She was behind my head. Like it wasn't until I moved the camera that I saw someone standing there. I'm like, oh. And I'm like, what? I'm like, you were like, oh. I'm like, what are you looking at? And I'm like, I just see nothing until I turn the camera. Oh, there's a bitch there.
Yeah, you guys having fun with Resident Evil 6? You look like you're having fun with it.
That was a long time ago.
It was a long time ago.
Did you finish it already?
Yeah, we finished Leon.
Okay. Okay,
Yeah.
because that's what I'm saying. I didn't know if you finished it yet because you kept saying how.
It was really fun, actually. Like, I don't remember it being that fun in the first time, but like going back through it, and
I think you guys
cool
played around a lot.
I don't remember a lot of the shit, so it's almost like a new game. Like, there's a few things I remember, but other than that, like, it was generally surprises and shit. Like, it was fun.
Yeah, I think it was that thing of like it's kind of like it's not much to take seriously. I think at this point because you guys just already played it and you guys are just going in being like fucking around, and I think you guys like you can tell when you guys both playing it that you both had a lot of fun just like fucking around in the game.
And I think we kind of treat it like a let's play, like we're actually in there. So it's like even if we know something's coming, we're still gonna react like we're actually standing.
Yeah. But that's what I mean though. You guys seem like you had a lot of fun.
Like we don't talk in like the fourth person shit. But I think.
Wait. There's a fourth person? How do you talk in fourth person?
Shut up!
Person.
Mom!
And you're blowing my mind.
Got rewinded. Did you hear the rewind sign?
The
back to Resident Evil 7 again, real quick.
Yeah.
I was thinking, like, I went back through some of my videos. I don't think Jack's dead.
Why?
Because we hit him with the cure. Like, but when he turned into the shit, that could have just been like all of his extra.
But if that's the case, then Marguerite.
No, she died. You didn't cure her.
Oh, that's right.
Died.
She just chunked into pieces. That's right.
Yeah, where we hit him with the cure, and all that shit turned into white and collapsed. But that could have just been like the extra parts of his body. Like his body might be in that rubble, like his actual body. He might still be crazy, but like I was thinking, because like that flashback scene really confused me. Like, how come it's only Zoe and the dad there? Like,
so
not the mom. And
well, did Zoe break into little pieces? I can't even remember.
She didn't when you chose Mia. I mean, I thought originally I thought she like as soon as you left she dies off camera. But maybe she doesn't. Maybe like they're.
I would love to see if
maybe those two are still alive.
If they do 8, I would love to see fucking Lucas be like part of like the that third party they talk about towards the end of the game. I would love to have him like Ethan go for the main guy, whoever they're gonna have as the main third party, and then have one of the side bosses that they have, like kind of like how Marguerite was or how Jack was. One of the side people be Lucas, because I would love to have Lucas come back because it's not nice.
He already is. I was reading about the Not a Hero DLC. And you're, as the quote-unquote Chris Redfield, quote.
I'm telling you, it's
and
Chris
you
Redfield.
I don't think it is.
It is him, though!
No,
it might not look like him, but it is him!
No, me and AJ were talking about it yesterday. We were thinking it's, what's his name, Hunk. I think it's him. It would make a lot of sense if it's him.
Wait, the one guy with the mask?
Yeah.
Yes.
Essentially, Umbrella's super operative.
In fact, he came down wearing a very similar mask. And I don't remember what game it was, but someone actually took his helmet off, and it's almost the same exact... I mean, it's not as good as it looks now, but it looks very similar to the character model that showed up. So I'm thinking it could be him, and he might have just used the Redfield name to kind of gain trust.
And do you think that...
It would make sense that...
but do you think that Umbrella is still evil, or do you think it's a nice group?
I don't know.
Because I think the easiest way to reform the Umbrella, it's kind of like trying to make something that's evil into something good, to be like, you can trust this, and we're going to take down the people who used to be Umbrella, you know what I mean?
All right, well, back to the thing for a second. I want to go back to this real fast before we go into the subject. But the DLC is apparently you're Chris Redfield after the events of Resident Evil 7 going after Lucas. But back to the thing. I think there could be 2 Umbrellas. I think there could still be the evil one, even though it apparently went bankrupt in 5, was it?
Yeah.
I don't remember, but there was all those sub-companies under them. So maybe because the fact that the logo was blue kind of makes me think, like, good, so maybe that's a good Umbrella.
That's what I mean, like, I feel like it's a reformed Umbrella to make sure that they take down whatever people are doing, like, because you remember, what was it? There was a company in a company in 5 that was supposed to be doing it. I forget which one, but like essentially it was just Umbrella people, taking over. I forget what, because number 5 and number 6 are so uneventful because they're so like not shitty, but just not scary at all and not rememberable. I'm really bummed out that those two didn't really do well, just because it's like number 6. If I go in and do the parts with you on number 6, I'm not gonna remember half the shit because I don't fucking know it.
Yeah.
I just remember it was very dark and gloomy, and it didn't amount to shit.
It was very dark. It is a dark game.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I see. Part of me wants to think that there's probably 2 umbrellas now, a good one and still a hidden evil one. But I think that might just be the bad umbrella. And I think they're there making it look like they're cleaning up the mess, but in reality they were trying to get the bioweapon.
I mean, they always could be, like, that could be the situation, but...
And I think they might have sent in, because that would make sense, like, a big, huge bioweapon just showed up, and, like, why not send your best umbrella operator in to try to get it? That would explain, what's his name?
Hunk.
I keep wanting to call him Husk for some reason.
I mean, I have faith with the group being good, but I don't know. I wanna think that it's gonna be a good, group of people, but who knows?
But it's just like I can understand like them changing the voice of Chris, and even the facial expression a little bit because of the fact that it's a new game, new generation. I mean, he's not gonna still look like pixelated Chris in the 6th one, but the whole body looks different, and it's just like because he was fucking roided out like 5 and 6, and then he's just like a twig in this game. I'm like, that doesn't seem like him.
Yeah,
it's definitely he looks different, or it's Claire with a sex change. We don't know.
I don't know. You might be right. You think it's Claire with a sex change? You might be right. I mean, who knows? I mean, there's so much theories to what they could do after this. I mean, most likely they'll probably fuck it up eventually because they like to just make it so secret. I think the thing that really gets it is, like, once it's out, that's what one of the videos I saw where it was, like, the thing that's great about this is that they're redoing it, and it's about just one guy. And with 6 and 5 and 4, it became more of a global thing, and it kind of took away the scary part because you're, like, not really concerned about, oh, something could get me, someone could creep out and get me. It's because you're more outside and more of a non-threatening environment where it becomes more of, like, a buddy cop game than just a fucking...
This one is enclosed in like the house or in tight corridors where if you're running at something, you're not easily going to get around them.
I mean, yeah, it takes a lot from a lot of horror movies. So I mean, it's pretty spot on now.
Saw was a big influence in that, at least in the Lucas parts.
Yeah.
That was very Saw-esque, which I liked. That was pretty cool.
And the Marguerite part with the bugs is kind of gross, but...
Yeah, oh my god. That is still the grossest boss battle for me ever.
The one that's really gross that I saw was the one with Clancy dealing with her, the downloadable content, where she actually can go at you. No. If you get... Okay, I'm not going to explain what's going on. I'm just saying, if there's an animation where, like, if you do get killed by her, she literally has a centipede come out of her mouth and go into yours, and you're dead. Yeah, it's gross. It's disgusting.
I saw something similar in the one that I just did.
Oh, okay. Yeah, there's probably something in that. I'm pretty sure she does it in the other one, too.
Yeah.
That's where Jack jumps in the way, right? And stops her?
Yeah.
Yeah, I did see that. I haven't played any of this stuff yet.
Kiss me, lover. And I'm like, don't catch your seats ugly.
I have to watch your video when I'm done here. I'm putting up mine now, soon. I don't want to fucking write the details of the video because I'm fucking going to be click. Alright, so anyway, moving on to movies. We have many issues, I think, with our superhero movies. For one, Bones, you were thinking, I mean, me and Dan, I think, disagreed with it, but Mel Gibson doing Suicide Squad 2?
See, I'm not even worried about that anymore with the whole Ben Affleck shit going on, because those movies won't even matter, because, I mean, if Batman leaves, the universe is done.
Yeah.
And the fact that I think Snyder's pissing him off.
Well, that was the thing. I think one of the parts that he really got mad about was that he had that one movie the mobster movie that he directed and made, and no one gave a fuck about it. Every time he went in interviews, they're like, "Oh, so you're Batman now?" He's like, "Yeah, but I got this movie I made and written and directed, and no one gives a fuck about this." It's like,
yeah, it's like I think he really loves being Batman. I think he really likes it, but I think he wants like off time from it too, like where it's like when he. I think one of the biggest reasons, I think Zack Snyder's one of the biggest reasons he probably backed down from directing the Batman movie.
yeah,
But I think the other reason is because of the fact that everyone was just like, "So when's the Batman movie coming out?
yeah.
What's going on with the Batman movie?" He's like, "Just calm down, we're working on it." And he's like, "What about the Batman movie?"
Yeah, I saw a video for them interviewing him,
And he seemed a little pissed about it. Like you could see, he
Yeah.
was like kind of frustrated by it. It's like.
They were
No matter-
interviewing him and Anna Kendrick for The Accountant, and they're like,
Yeah.
"So the Batman movie?" I'm like, "Fuck, dude, just talk to him about the goddamn movie. He's killing people in this movie. He looks like a fucking badass with autism, and he's fucking killing people. Just fucking watch it. Like, fucking don't worry about Batman right now. This is a fucking accountant who's a fucking hitman with some kind of mental disorder, and he's fucking a professional because of it."
Yeah. So, and I think it's consuming him.
For the record, that's not like I'm not making fun of the movie. That I'm not saying that.
Nah, that movie looked good. I
That
haven't
movie,
seen it.
like, he legit has some kind of mental disorder, like autism, where he legitimately is good because of the fact that.
It's autism.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't want to make it sound like if no one's seen the movie because they're too busy worried about Batman, they're gonna be like, "Oh, that's not funny. You make fun of autistic people." No, I'm saying that it's legit what he has in the movie. It makes him badass. So you see that? A curse and a gift.
So, I don't know. I think he's upset with it too, and I hear rumors that he might want out as Batman.
Yeah.
But then again, those could just be the rumors where they saw him back down from the director, and they're like, "Oh, he wants out. He wants out. He doesn't want to be Batman no more."
Yeah. I mean, I don't
That's
care at this
probably
point.
what it is, but at the same time, it's still something to be a little concerned about because, like I said, that because of Zack Snyder, that whole trying to start that universe is already on very shaky grounds. Like Wonder Woman and Justice League really need to step up their game to try to save it.
I think what they should do is possibly get like a Defenders thing going on Netflix, where like maybe do like a Teen Titans series and do like a live action, and fucking have what's his face fucking do like a Teen Titans serious show, do like 10 seasons, and then fucking have like Deathstroke pop up, and then have him show in from the series.
10 seasons or 10 episodes?
10 episodes, whatever
Oh,
it
okay.
fucking says.
Like,
If I said
damn.
10 seasons, you know what I mean. But like fucking have Joe, whatever the fuck his guy name is, supposed to be Deathstroke, have him bleed into the fucking movies and be Deathstroke in that, because then just be like, one of the biggest villains for the Teen Titans was Deathstroke, and like I feel like if they like lead into him, like him whooping their asses and like then somehow defeating him or something, I don't know, some stupid shit, or maybe
I don't doubt that they won't do that. Like eventually,
Marvel
like,
is fucking tearing it apart, and they're
But to be fair, Marvel didn't start with Daredevil. It started with the big ones, and when it finally got traction, because I mean, those first couple movies didn't do well.
Well, that's what I'm saying. It was a lead-in, but that's what I'm saying. Like, you have not seen a single... What fucking good DC movie has there been that hasn't had a fucking story that's fucked up?
I mean, Man of Steel wasn't bad. It just...
Yeah,
but it was a boring story because of the fact that it was just so long.
My hope is to have Captain America or Wonder Woman be the Captain America of the series, where it's just like that back in the day, fucking just really does pick up the group and get them to be like, okay, she's a badass. You know what I mean?
I mean, even if you think about the original Avengers, I mean, the Hulk movie flopped.
Mm-hmm.
The Iron Man 1 was good. Like,
Iron Man 1...
I don't think it made as much money as it should have.
But Iron Man, if Iron Man would have flopped, it would have put Marvel Studios in bankruptcy.
Exactly.
So I mean, like it had to
a lot
do good.
riding on that. And then Captain America was all right. It wasn't great, but it was a step in the right direction. The original Thor was there.
It was boring, but it was
boring,
a good
it was there.
origin story.
Yes. And I think that's where DC stuck right now. Is like, I mean, they have to do those origin stories, which Marvel struggled with too.
Yeah, but
once you get the characters set, I think it'll be better and more fine. But it's right now they're in that struggling point where they're doing the origin story, but they're also rushing the origin stories to try to get traction faster because they're already hurting.
But do you
already
think?
behind, they're hurting.
But do you think that isn't Justice League supposed to be coming out and like they don't even have a date for Cyborg, or Cyborg's going to be after it? Like some of the origin stories are going to be after the fucking Justice League movie,
And
right?
that is an issue.
See, my thing is that
Well,
I
Cyborg's
think
not going to be an origin story
well, I mean,
because they've already done his origin pretty much in,
yeah, they did like a fast one, like, oh, it happened.
which is what I'm worried about. Is like they're like, all right, so because they're looking at Marvel and they're like, all right, so their origin stories kind of sucked, but once they hit that Avengers, that's when everything blew up for them. So they're like, let's just get to that point. Fuck the other parts.
I don't.
That's what I'm worried about. It's like, even though those origin stories are kind of boring, you needed them. Like,
Yeah,
maybe not with like a Batman, because we've seen that 837 times. But and like even Superman's origin story, like actually seeing it on the planet, like on his home planet, like his father and shit, like that was cool. I haven't seen that before. And like him growing up, I mean, you could have watched Smallville, but like it was all right. It took a little longer than it should have, but then you got Batman. I think they did Batman's well, where they just kind of did it in like one scene, and they're like, all right, now he's Batman. You know Batman. You know him, right? But like Flash, we don't know how Flash became Flash. There's no origin for him yet.
well, I heard they don't even have a director for that movie yet.
No.
Well,
Why not?
I guess
Again,
it all depends on what they plan on doing, if they're going to be going off of the online series or not for Flash. Because they kind of started the Netflix series for him. So,
Sorry.
I don't know if they might
Sorry.
just jump off of that and use that as his origin story and then actually have a real movie for him. Or if they might just skip them all together and just throw them into the next big one.
I don't know. They're struggling. They're doing everything ass backwards. Like they're doing the main movie and then going to the origin stories, and that's like I get it. They don't want to be Marvel, but at the same time, it's like you don't want to be nothing.
Yeah.
I mean, and it is hard because like I mean, if they do things just like Marvel, they're gonna get shit on saying, "Hey, you're just copying Marvel." And then when they don't do shit like Marvel, they're like, "Hey, you should have done it like Marvel." It's like they're kind of just caught in that shitty place.
See, that's the thing too. I think I want to throw this idea out. Maybe I think that the issue is Warner Brothers, because I feel like with Marvel they have the free range to do whatever the fuck they want. You know what I mean? Like it's their, I mean, within reason with some of the rights that they have towards, what you would call it, Sony and or whatever. Who the fuck has Spider-Man? Whoever the fuck, Fox has X-Men, right?
Fox has it, yes.
That's what I mean. Like
I don't think it's the Warner Brothers.
well,
though.
some of the Warner Brothers things, because supposedly they're bothering Ben Affleck about that. About, oh, it has a script. It has this, what it has. Is
I
that
think
stuff situated?
they're probably being a little too nosy because I mean I think they realize it as much as us is like that Batman is probably going to be the first because I don't as much as I want Justice League to do good with Zack Snyder behind it I don't think it's going to do well again.
Yeah.
Wonder Woman I've already heard they're worried about it and that's already not a good sign. But I think they realize that like we all do is like the Batman movie because that was the best part of Batman vs Superman was Batman and his scenes and
Yeah, I don't even agree with that though, because just because he kills people, it really upset me. Like that really took me out of the game, out of the movie.
yeah, but still those fight scenes were fucking awesome and like because it almost felt like a horror movie with Batman in it. And I think they recognize that if they want this universe to get going, it needs to start with. I think they were trying to get it to start with Superman, but Batman's the face of fucking DC.
I mean, I guess.
As strong and mighty as Superman is, it's still Batman is what everyone wants.
I don't think anyone likes Superman. I mean, if you
I like Superman, but he is kind of OP and boring. Where like only thing that can stop him is a rock.
Yeah, yeah.
And I mean, there's not much even going back to like the animated because I love the animated series, but it's like some of those villains like he just didn't try because he's stronger. I mean, like what's that guy's name? Toymaker, the little boy in the mask. It's like watching Superman fight him. You're like, Superman could just kill this with the guy with the flick, but he looks like he's struggling, but he's clearly not. He's just bullshitting so he doesn't kill the kid by accident.
I don't think he's even trying.
In fact, I think he's just thinking about Lois naked. In fact, he's probably just using his X-ray to look across the city to see Lois naked.
It must be distracting, just to be in that mode of like, I can see through anything. Like, alright, focus on one thing at a time.
I do kind of wish they had put in that scene in Batman vs Superman, the one where he's looking for his mom. And he uses the X-ray vision and just looks through the entire city, and he just sees like a bunch of killing and rape happening, and he's like ignoring it, trying to find his mom.
Yeah.
That would have been a really dark but really cool scene. Like, oh, someone's getting raped over there, but it's not my mom. Let's move on.
As long as it's not my mom, I don't care.
Good luck.
Give him he just drops off a dagger. Good luck, and then leaves him. Thank you.
Equalizer. Thanks, Superman.
Thanks, Superman.
Good luck with your mom. Oh, I'm still getting raped.
Please help. So yeah, I think if they don't have Affleck, they don't have nothing. I think Warner Brothers.
Isn't it funny though? That, like, 2 years ago we were completely shitting on Affleck, and now it's like, if he's out, we're all out. We're done. We're done. If Affleck leaves, I don't even want to watch anymore, except for Harley. I'll watch it for Harley, but that's about it. And even she won't be able to save the fucking DC.
She's so secondary. You can't make her into anything. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's
you can put her in a good, like, fun comedy.
She's a very, very good secondary character, which is
it's
exactly
like Rocket or
what she
Groot.
is.
It's one of those things where, like,
where you're not gonna have a Groot movie.
Yeah.
Where you're just saying I am Groot the entire movie.
Yeah, Vin Diesel will get a fucking mad paycheck.
Yeah, I am Groot. I am Groot.
Race. What? Did you say we're gonna race? I'm Groot. I love how my Vin Diesel is just Sylvester Stallone. There's nowhere for him either. All right, so speaking
to that, I think
yeah, let's go to the lighter side of the good hero movies and talk about Marvel.
I wonder how Infinity War is gonna work.
I think it's gonna be. I think it's definitely. They said that most likely it'll be more of the story revolving around Thanos, just because it's better off that way to not
he's
do
the main character.
Yeah, to not do fucking everybody at once.
It makes sense because of the fact, like, I was worried about Civil War too, but they really balanced all them characters extremely well together.
Yeah,
because I was worried, and now this one has like almost twice the amount of people.
Yeah.
So I'm worried, like, how are they gonna do this? But I have faith in them after Civil War that they'll make it work. But I also want to know, like, are they gonna go for the Infinity War story? Like, I want to, like, because if they're calling it that, I want to see him killing everyone.
I mean, he might.
And see, I feel like that's where Disney's gonna be like, well, we can't kill good characters.
I think they're gonna kill off some people, but they'll do it at the end of the first one and then have it,
Well, it's not a two-parter anymore. From what they say.
No, it's not a two-parter, but I think there's still gonna be 2 movies.
Yeah, there is still 2 movies, but it's not called Infinity.
But I'm saying, like, part 1, like the first part of the Infinity War, movie, the first one is gonna be, someone dying, and it'd just be the shocking loss of that, and then kind of how depressing. But like, I think that's why that's even what the 2 directors said. The 2 brothers, the Russo brothers, they were like, we wanted it to be kind of like the last movie with the Avengers to be Civil War, where it almost feels like they're kind of fractured and not really all together.
It's because you got to break them to make them come back stronger.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I do, like, as much as I don't want to see a bunch of characters die, I do want to see a bunch of characters die.
Yeah.
Because that's how the comic was. Is they all died. I think it was like Wolverine or someone saved them. I can't remember who, but.
Well, if they use Adam Warlock, I don't know if they'll do Adam Warlock, but that was one of the big roles in that game. But I
want to see everyone die and one person use the gauntlet to reverse time and save everyone. That's how I want it to go. But I just think Disney's gonna be like, we can't be like showing Iron Man getting his skull crushed in.
No, I mean, they showed it in Age of Ultron. I think what they're gonna do is
everyone laying there, which is but it's like still I don't think Disney's gonna go.
They're not gonna brutally murder everybody. They're just gonna get them killed to the point where like he just beats them until they're just too tired to get back up.
Yeah, that'd be okay, but like, I would like to see the comic. But
You'd
I
like
know
to
that
see
will
them
never
brutally
happen.
murdered.
I want to see Hulk ripping people in half.
Mm-hmm.
Because
That was the thing.
Didn't Thanos take control of Hulk and have Hulk kill most of the people?
That was the thing about. That was the thing about.
Hulk, you do it.
And we could talk about this afterwards, but Logan, one of the things in Logan was like a lot of shit that they could never do in the actual movie. I mean, they're obviously not going to do is like Deadpool being in it. There's a fucking T-Rex in the comic book. I think Hulk at one point rips somebody in half or rips Logan in half, something like that. And there's like stuff they would never do in the or from the comics that they'll never do in the movies.
They could do Deadpool, but they've already said that he's clearly not in the movie.
But I mean, just the fact that
I think they're bullshit. I think he's going to be in an after credit scene, but
just the fact that he's ripped in half.
Yeah.
Or putting Spider-Man in it, because Spider-Man's a good part of the Logan and Captain America too.
Which I don't know, but
they just can't do it because the legal
fact
terms.
that is getting such good like ratings and shit. Like, I'm really getting excited for Logan. Like, I was a little iffy about it because it kind of reminded me of like The Last of Us the movie, but with Wolverine as Joel, where he's just like going across country with the little girl.
Yeah.
In like the wasteland, but like now I'm getting excited, and like seeing some of those kills like rated R is gonna be fucking cool.
Do you think they're gonna do stuff with Lara after the movie is over? Like I'm sure like whatever happens to Logan, do you think they're gonna do like X-23 movie or whatever, and just have someone grown up?
I think they will, because of the fact that like once Wolverine finally, I don't think this is his last movie. He says it is, but I think once Ryan Reynolds is like, we should do Deadpool versus Wolverine, he'll be like, I'm in. But I if it is his last movie as Wolverine, that's gonna hurt their franchise so bad.
Mm-hmm.
Because I mean, that last movie, as good as Days of Future Past was, that last movie hurt them. Apocalypse.
Mm-hmm.
It was not as good as it should have been.
Yeah, and I mean, I don't know. I'm a little confused on Deadpool 2, just to the fact that, or whatever they're gonna do with Deadpool, with the that picture of them and Pierce Brosnan. I want to know what that's about, because did you know anything about that? There's a photo of him.
Is he the one playing Cable?
I don't know. Hugh Jackman, Ryan Reynolds, and Pierce Brosnan, and I'm like, I don't know what the fuck Pierce Brosnan is in one of them shits, but I want to fucking find out. I'm excited to see Patrick Stewart again as Dr. Xavier, or Professor Xavier. I don't know why I said Dr. Xavier. Professor Xavier, just because I enjoy having him. Like, I like James McAvoy or whatever, yeah, but I like...
Which one, McAvoy or Stewart?
I love Stewart. Stewart is... And I love him from American Dad, too, so it's like fucking... I think he's hilarious.
I don't think I'm going to like seeing him old, because I'm going to like realize that he's actually old in real life.
Yeah.
Like, oh.
I mean, he's old as it is, but he's fucking built. Like,
he still looks good for his age. What is he, like? He's got to be past 60.
Yeah, something like 70 or so.
But he still looks good as shit.
Jean-Luc Picard. But I'm excited for Logan. I definitely would go see it.
Well, it's weird, because like, I've already heard that he's going to return as Professor X, but that could just mean going back to prequels, so maybe he does die in this movie. I don't know, but I don't know.
And who knows?
Yeah.
I'm interested to see a lot. Stephen Merchant is in it too, as some albino dude I've never even heard of, but I'm interested to see what's going on in the story and where it takes place. Like, it's supposed to be standalone and not so much, continuing from it, but it's still also in the same universe. But I'm interested to see the other characters that are going to be featured in this, because it does look interesting, and it does look kind of like its own kind of theme or feel to it.
Away from the others.
Yeah, and I like that. I like that about it.
Kind of like the last Wolverine movie was, which I was really surprised how well that... Because that movie was a surprise hit, too.
The Japanese one?
Yeah. That one was... Like, I went in... Because I remember that first Wolverine movie. I'm like... So I went into that second one with, like, this is going to be complete ass cheeks. And it was really good, and it set up for Days of Future Past.
I just want fucking Logan in the suit. I want him in the fucking suit. That's all I want.
I heard it's rumored for this one.
Oh my god. Even if it's for a little bit, just have him in it. I don't give a fuck.
No, that was such a cock tease in the last Wolverine.
Yeah, the deleted scene one with the...
the yellow suit.
I mean, in Apocalypse, they had him in the Weapon X outfit, but he was only there for like what, a couple seconds, and then he just ran off.
They're like, whoa, we got to make sure that Hugh Jackman is in every single X-Men movie, even if it's a cameo.
Yeah. I don't know.
You even made it in the Deadpool, even if it was just a mask.
Yeah.
Like, I was thinking about that. He's literally been in every single one.
He has. Paying him shitloads of money.
Even, like, I was like, oh, wait, he wasn't in First Class. And I'm like, no, wait, he was. He was at a bar.
Yeah.
And they're like, hey, you want to join us? He said, fuck off. I'm like, and then that was it. Where he said, go fuck yourself.
Yeah.
And they turned around and walked out.
Like, okay.
All right. Which I think they referenced in Days of Past, which was funny. Like, fuck off. But but if he leaves, I think they're either gonna have to decide, like, how do they want to keep this franchise? Do they want to keep going without him, with all these other characters like the Jennifer Lawrence? But even that, like, they're getting to the point where the next X-Men movie is supposed to take place in the 90s.
The thing that really gets me mad about that, and I know it's the same about talking about Harley Quinn and fucking Margot Robbie, but the thing that really makes me mad about that whole Jennifer Lawrence thing is that
they're trying to make her like a main character.
It felt so gimmicky. It's like, if people really knew the comics, they'd be like, Mystique is not that big of a deal.
Yeah, like, she was like leading the new X-Men by the last movie.
Yeah, it's like, come on, what the fuck?
Even the bitch can just change who she is. Like,
and like, Rebecca
Remains
Stamos was like barely in the fucking original one. It's like all of a sudden, oh, this bitch is now all of a sudden a big part of this movie.
Hot shit. Yeah. Yeah, like, but even that, like I was saying, is like, they've each been taking place 10 years apart from each other, and now the next one's going to be in the 90s, and then after that, you're back to the original cast. Like, what, are you just going to all of a sudden be back in the 2000s? Like, oh, I guess we didn't age.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean,
technically they're about to run out of ideas, so it's like, do you reboot the franchise? Because if you do, I don't think anyone's going to fucking care. I honestly, if they reboot it, I'm out. I don't want to.
Just let it go and give it to fucking Marvel. At that point,
even so, it's like, even if they give it back to Marvel, it's like, even Marvel has to reboot it. And they're so deep into their universe, it's like, how are they just gonna be like, oh, by the way,
but no,
world full of mutants.
but when you get to the point where Infinity War has came and went, and Black Panther and all these different people, you could just start up their own, X-Men thing and just do it the way they want to do it. And they don't have to do what, the fucking whatchamacallit did, Fox did.
Even then, like, it'll be Disney's Marvel, so it'll automatically just be a hit, because they can take a shit and call it the greatest movie.
Fucking Star Wars is great now. Like, I fucking love it. Granted, and the thing I'll talk about, and I know, Bones doesn't like to talk about Star Wars or whatever, but the point that I didn't like was... Yeah, that fucking the fourth movie was pretty much like a complete cut and paste of 7, but it still was so nostalgic that it just was so fucking worth it to watch it. I loved it. I really did enjoy fucking 7, and the best part is there's a brand new story, and the thing that made me mad about 1, 2, and 3 was that you're going in watching 1, 2, and 3 thinking, yeah, that kid is gonna become fucking Darth Vader. I don't want to fucking watch this. It's like, I know what's gonna happen already. I don't know what's gonna happen to Finn. I don't know what's happening to Rey. I don't know where Rey is coming from, like what her family's origins are. You don't know how she's a Jedi, why she's a Jedi, who her parents are. It's so much still unanswered, or why fucking Luke Skywalker is on this like fucking island in fucking what's supposed to be Finland or Iceland or whatever the fuck, but they're gonna say it's on another planet. But still, it's just nice to just have a new story, and it's just like. I mean, ironically, it's gonna fucking suck just because they killed off the character who isn't dead, and someone who died in real life is still in the series. It kind of is disappointing because it's like, oh, well, now we gotta fix a way to put Princess Leia in something. And I don't know if you guys saw Rogue One, but they had like this creepy CGI Princess Leia in it. Not creepy. It did look like her because it was supposed to set up for the fourth one. Because it goes like 1, 2, 3, Rogue One, 4, 5, 6, 7. You know what I mean? Because Rogue One is, and then like even before that, or even after that, they're gonna make the Han Solo like solo story or whatever. which is supposed to be them like younger or him like first starting to be.
Which means you're either gonna need a new character or a new actor, or you're gonna have to have a lot of CGI.
Well, they already have the whole cast set up. They already have like the people set up and like the cast, and like Donald Glover is supposed to be Lando Calrissian, which looks like cool as shit. Besides his gay ass mustache or like the '80s porno mustache. But other than that, it looks great. Like, I mean, I'm sure they could do. Rogue One was great, even though it was one of those movies where I know where this is going. I know what's going to happen. You know, Darth Vader's around. It must mean that the Empire isn't destroyed yet in the the end of the movie. But I enjoy it. But I don't know. I enjoy all the Star Warses no matter what. I think less so the ones that George Lucas made with 1, 2, and 3. Those seem kind of played out to kind of be pointless to watch, but I think yes, to get back what you're saying, yes, Disney craps out whatever and it's amazing.
Exactly. So I think what I was saying is like, even if they have to reboot the X-Men, it's going to be great because of the fact that it's Disney, but at the same time it's like, we always wanted to see Hugh Jackman in the Avengers, and we're not going to be able to see that.
Yeah.
Like, that would have been cool seeing his Wolverine. Like,
even if Fox
I mean,
makes a deal with
a
just
new
him.
Wolverine, and they won't ever do that because
I know, but I'm saying
he's their
even
cash
if
cow.
I'm saying even if they
I
just
really
do
like. I'm almost fingers crossed that like the next, and it sucks that the Wolverine is going to do good because of the fact that it's doing amazing. Because I was like fingers crossed that the next couple X-Men movies were just going to flop right on their face, so that maybe they won't give the rights back to Disney, but maybe they would do a similar like Sony deal.
that,
Like,
hopefully.
we still own Wolverine, but he can be in your movie if we get some of the money.
Yeah.
And that would have been fucking cool.
I don't know. And then we still got Deadpool. Deadpool's doing well. And, I mean, I'm cool with Fox owning it, I guess. It's fine.
I still like the fact that even though they didn't mention it by name, like, they set it up so Deadpool could be in Disney's universe. Like, because that was supposedly a crashed... One of those crashed...
It was a helicarrier that
Helicarrier.
they had a battle on.
From not Civil War, Winter Soldier.
Yeah.
But they didn't call it that by name, but it's clearly what it was.
Yeah. That's kind of cool because... I don't know.
So it's like they left that open, like, hey, we can be in your universe if you ever make the deal.
What if it's all one big troll by all three companies, and they're like, yeah, we were doing this the whole time. We were setting it up.
We're fucking with you.
We're fucking you. Give us all your money.
Fucking with your emotions, yeah.
Give us all your money, and then I'll be like, you shut up and take my money. I'm cool with that.
And see, like, with Fox, too, it's like the fact that, what was that shitty? Fantastic Four shit the bed as hard as it could again.
Like diarrhea, fired all over
they were
the wall.
Just flopping in it, and it was awful.
Like a dead fish. It's just splashing around in their shit.
Like, that kind of made me happy, the fact that, like, hey, they're probably not going to try it again. They're like, all right, it's just not working, and they might just hold on to it until it hits that time, like, because it was like 4 years.
They gave up. What did Marvel got back? What?
They got back Daredevil. They got back Ghost Rider, Punisher,
Blade,
and that
bring back Wesley Snipes. Shit, do a fucking another Blade movie, not a shitty one, of course. Do fucking like Blade. Blade versus Deadpool, and just have them together again.
Well, Blade's Disney now. Deadpool's not.
No, just do it anyway. Just fucking do it anyway.
Like, Disney has enough money to cover all the lawsuits. They're gonna own the country.
Blade versus.
They're gonna own the world one day. It's just gonna be Welcome to Disney World.
That's already
Disney's
a thing.
World.
That's already a thing.
No, but it's gonna be Disney's World.
Disney's World.
Globe. Welcome to Disney Globe.
Welcome to Disney Universe.
Here's your identification magic band.
I don't know. That sounds kind of like concentration camps. Just saying.
Shut up. Put on the ears.
Yes, sir.
What's your name? Here you go.
You're Mickey now.
All hail Mickey.
All
hail Mickey.
Say to the hangman, Mickey. All right.
It'll just be
So-
Tom Hanks as
Yeah.
as Walt Disney again.
And by the way, kill all the Jews. I'm sorry. I'm going with this whole.
Pay me to say that.
Okay.
PewDiePie.
And on that note, we're going to end this episode of Waffle Town.
But first, we do need to give a quick shout out to our sponsors. Today's show was brought to you by Myers Tires, where you can take advantage of their amazing deal right now. Buy 4 tires and you get your 5th tire at 50% off. That's 4 tires, you get your 5th tire
Damn.
half off.
Dan, no.
When your tire's on fire, you gotta get to Myers. Also brought to you by Jason's Masons. They have the greatest selection of Camp Crystal tile and Lake Stone countertops. They are the ones to call for your next kitchen bathroom project. Call 1-800-555-MASONS for your free quote today.
Even your mother.
Also brought to you by Fred's Beds, your one-stop shop for a good night's sleep. Buy any king or queen size bed, get a free set of fitted sheets.
Bones, did you approve this?
Fred's Beds. Deals so good, I must be dreaming.
Bones, what the fuck is going on?
That's a prime time deal, bitch.
And that should keep the lights on for at least one more podcast.
Yeah, you sent me those earlier. Like,
Uh.
they were funny, but like I didn't realize that they were Michael Myers, Jason, and Freddy. Like I caught the Jason one because of the fact that it said Camp Crystal, but I didn't with the Myers tires. I didn't realize that was Michael Myers. And I didn't
I
realize
thoroughly enjoyed that.
Fred's Beds.
Can I say though, I do have to add in an extra part here. My friend just got back from Seattle. What? Seattle, and she got me like a shitload of stuff. One of the things that
I know this friend.
you guys remember when we were at Zern's? We didn't talk about Zern's, by the way. We'll have to talk about it next episode. But when we went to Zern's and we had that
Went to a Nazi store. That was about it.
no, that was one of the that was one of the things we had to tell next time. I'm writing it down for next time. But plus we got to talk about Battlefield update, but or Battlefield expansion, but we're gonna do that when it comes out and actually got a chance to play it. The French will rise.
Fucking you.
Shut up. Magnifique. Anyway, so those playing cards or those collector cards that were like 25 years old, she got me one of them, and I thought they were newly made, and so I opened them up, and it comes with gum, and I thought they were new, and if you've ever had.
Did you try
No, hold on.
This is
Dan,
called liquid now.
if you ever have had, like, kind of like those candy cigarettes flattened down into gum form, but
No, I'm not stupid.
it tasted, and this is the way I explained it to her when I ate it. I said, it's like a flattened candy cigarette, but with also a little bit of hint of no. Just no. Just awful tasting.
When it touched my tongue and turned into powder,
Yes.
I should have.
You know what?
I shouldn't have continued, but I did.
And you'd think it would.
And about after the 3rd hour, I had to go to the hospital.
No, I mean it held pretty good as far as gum as a formula, but the problem was it almost felt like,
Like it was 24 years old.
yeah, like it was 24, 25 years old. But I got some cool cards with it, so I mean, there's that. Yeah.
That gum will haunt my dreams forever and ever.
What can I say? I like turtles, you know?
I like turtles.
I like turtles.
I like turtles.
She also got me a cool painting, or like I guess a print of Ninja Turtles with Deadpool, and it says Kawachanga, like chimichangas and cowabunga mixed, I guess. And it's actually pretty funny because it's got Mikey and Deadpool like in a jump in the air, and then like Donatello is face palming, and Leo and Raph are just like had their hands folded, like what's up. But it's just the fact that you see Donatello like, oh god, no.
Oh god, who invited this guy?
Who invited this red guy who doesn't die at all? But yeah, that's all I wanted to add because I thought that gum story was funny. And I'm planning on going to the Great American Comic Convention in Oaks in March. No, in April. April 7th to I think 3 days. The 10th? Yeah, the 7th to the 10th. And I don't know if you guys want to go with me. Maybe we'll get it's the
I
same.
I said I would go 1 day, but I'm not doing the 3-day thing.
That's fine.
I said I will only do the 3-day thing for too many gamers to get that burlesque show again.
I got you. I mean, it's the same area that we were at for that. So, I'm hoping to go to that. I'm also hoping to go to WizardCon in Philly in June. But yeah,
That I might go. I think I wanted to go to that last year.
that
but
one's
I
a big
think
one. That one's the big one. That
think
one's gonna be a lot more expensive.
It'll be more expensive, but it'll feel like more like an actual Comic-Con.
Yeah, I met the dude last time I went, which was like a couple of years ago. I met the dude who did Pinky and Yakko from Animaniacs and Pinky and the Brain.
Pinky
He
and the
also
brain,
did,
brain.
Narf. He also did Carl from Jimmy Neutron and a bunch of other people. But
Oh.
I like llamas, Jimmy. All right, so that's it for us. Dan, I'm pretty sure you forgot something this episode. If you go ahead and do that for me real quick.
Hey, that finger looks tasty. Stick it down your throat.
Where is this finger you speak of?
The one on your
One that
hand.
just slid out of your butt.
Could you go ahead and end the podcast for us, Dan?
This podcast was brought to you by
No,
Myers
it's not.
Tires.
No. First off, those aren't real companies, nor do we have sponsorship with anybody right now. But you know,
When he
if
sent me those, I'm like, wow, that's funny. Like I was about to say, fuck Darren's podcast. Do those at the end of my videos.
if Nature Box and something else, any other company is listening, we'll sponsor the shit out of that shit.
Glow in the dark condoms come our way.
That is a gross slogan, but appropriate.
You know
Come
what?
our
It
way.
wasn't meant to be like that, but it. I was like meaning like.
How
hey,
about glow in the dark?
Send your glowing condoms our way.
How about-
But I said it wrong and it made it.
How about glow in the dark condoms? They'll come in handy.
Ew, that's
Made it real. Go to real.
No, come on. Go ahead, Dan. Dan, I swear to God, if you don't end this podcast, we'll fucking sit here all day.
Today's show was brought to you by Myers Tires, Jason Mason, and Fred's Beds.
You're a fucking piece of shit.
All right.
All right, fine then. I guess that's it. Got it! Bye, guys! Enjoy it anyway. No matter how bad the sound quality is, I wanted to put this out just so you guys can listen to it. All right, so here we go. That's good.